Hello everyone, and welcome to our walkthrough on building an irrigation program through the Rainbird software. It may seem like a scary task to tackle, but we'll get you familiar with the software and its components in no time. As you can see on the main screen, when you first open the program, you'll find a taskbar full of colorful icons. Hover your mouse over the programs and you'll find Program Detail. Once it's opened, you'll find a green plus symbol. This way you can add a program. Then highlight it and click on View Schedules for selected program. Once you're inside that program, change the name to the appropriate area. Example, greens. Start by naming the program. And highlight the name program and now press on the View Schedules for selected program button to add more information. Within the next window, you can now add areas and specific sprinklers and run times. Next, hit the plus to add a new schedule. Name the schedule. Highlight the schedule and press the third button labeled as View Area Station Sequence for selected schedule. From there, in the Area Sequence section, press the plus button to add an area. For green 2, type in 2G. You then add sprinklers by pressing the plus button in the station section. You can manually add the stations one by one. This could be tedious and would take a lot of time to flip back and forth between the map and the program builder. A faster way of populating the stations is by pressing the green button, Rebuild Station Sequence, in the Area Sequence station. You will be prompted saying you're about to overwrite data. Click OK and it will be done. This will auto-populate the stations for that specific schedule. This helps with adding the correct number and location of the heads and sprinklers. If you wish to remove a sprinkler, choose the station and hit the delete button and click yes. But there's an easier method to populate this program to save a lot of time and headache for the user. Now that you're kind of familiar with the process, this should be a lot simpler for you. Back in the View Programs of the Program Detail /Schedule, you'll find a Q beside the plus symbol. This stands for Quicker Method, which is a clever play on words. Once selected, it will pop up a separate window where you can populate the start days, start time, number of holes, and the run times for the area. Example, greens, tees, fairways, etc. Now when you go into the schedule, you'll notice a little difference in the naming of the holes. When you highlight the area now and head into the View Area /Station Sequence, you'll already have all the stations populated instead of manually inserting them one by one. Huge time saver. You can also manipulate the water budget, which weekdays it will run, start time, time of day, and whether the program is turned on or off.
Part 2. Open Program Schedule tab. Choose your program. Between start time and water percentages is the day schedule. Open the drop-down menu and click on Skip Days. On the left hand, Skip Days means the number of days in between a cycle. Days to go is the countdown for when the cycle will begin. If you leave it at 0, it will start during the present cycle. If you indicate a 1, the cycle will start the next day. For this exercise, we will leave it at 0, so it starts tonight.
Now that you have program built, let's say you only want to run your front or back nines on specific days. You can do that easily with the Rainbird software. Open up the Program Schedule Detail tab, then you can manually select each aspect of the course you want. Choosing all the front 9 areas, selecting alternating days from the back 9 is easy. Just click the days of the week and make adjustments and hit OK. If you want to go more in depth, choosing certain areas of the hole to only run on selected days can be done easily as well.
So for our next task, we need to set up a cycle and soak program for our front 9 greenheads. In order to do this, you must first create a cycle for the front 9 greens. Set it up so they run daily and run for 20 minutes each day, and choose your start time. Next, what you will have to do is implement your cycle and soak times. To do this, you must click on Station Detail. Once here, you can create a cycle and soak program by clicking on System Data Tables. In here, you can toggle between cycle and soak programs. Give them a name and a number. Set the cycles to 5 minutes and the soak to 20 minutes to allow for penetration. Once finished, go back to the previous page and you will see cycle and soak in the data table. You can begin filling them out manually by just typing 1 into the reference table column. Be sure to fill them out manually, as the letters on the side change if you try to do it any other way, other than filling out the table manually. This way is a little more time consuming, but it allows for proper implementation of this configuration. Now that you have this set, you can dry run your cycle and observe the graph. You can clearly see the cycle and soak being implemented, and if you check the data table, it says each head ran for 20 minutes. In case you were wondering, this will work with other cycles. It just doesn't show up as like a cycle and soak as it did previously. Why would you want to set these up? Well, if you have infiltration issues, a cycle and soak program is a very good tool to ensure that the appropriate amount of water is penetrating the green surface and is reaching the root zone where it can be utilized by the turf.